Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest. Welcome to my channel everybody. So this is March 2025's Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 32. Yes, we are well into the 30s. I think we're going to hit 40 for this one. I really do. I think we're going to hit 40. I'm going to strive to hit 40. I think we can do it. So just for your information, this kit is called Daydream, and you could have made 3 of this one, 3 of this one, and 3 of this one, and 3 totally different envelopes, a little bit different, and a great opportunity to use those envelopes to make more cards. And then all you need to do is purchase more A2 size envelopes or envelopes for whatever card you're using them for. Today I'm using a note card, a pre-made note card at that. Just is easier that way. So this QR code would lead you to a video to show you how to put these cards together as they were designed, a visual of everything that comes into the kit except for the extra stamp set this month. Down here it lists the coordinating colors. Now my videos 1 through 5, I show you everything that comes in the kit. After that we move on. This one down here leads you to how to purchase the Spring is in the Air dies that coordinate with January, February, and March Paper Pumpkin. Of course, the bee and the honeycomb coordinate with this kit. And the next set of dies, April, May, and June, have been released, but you must be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to purchase these. And then the stamp set that you do not see on the instruction sheet is this large honeycomb, which I have been getting a whole lot of use out of this one. This one, the flower, the hello, and the happy birthday. On this side is a close-up look at what the stamps are. Sweetest birthday wishes, thank you. The honeybee, the fuzzy wuzzy honeybee, thank you always for being there for me. The small honeycomb, which looks great layered up next to a sentiment, or if you stamp off the large honeycomb and then stamp this in the darker same color ink, it looks great. Wishing you brighter days ahead and enjoy your special day. So just so you know, I like bringing in retired things. I like mixing it up. I've done a lot with the stamp sets in the kit, but now we are going to change it up some. Not too much. We're still using a bee theme. Thanks to Leslie. Leslie, oh, I can't believe I did not even think of looking at this stamp set. And when I show it to you, you're all going to say, aha, yes, the light bulb came on, right? The lights might have been home, but nobody was there paying attention. You guys remember this one? Honeybee Home. I've used the dies so many times, and I'm all the way up to number 32, and I didn't even cross my mind to bring this one out. But Leslie is like, the bee in this kit is very, very close to the bee, the ephemera bee. It is so close. In fact, I'm going to show it to you because she even stamped it, showed it to me. These ones, of course, have dies. Now, the die to stamp to cut this bee out here, this one, because I already have it done for you. And this one, the only difference is the placement of this leg. It would die cut this bee out, but you would lose these 2 legs. You would, because I've looked at it. You would get everything, but these two legs would not be there. And let me show you. I'm going to lay this on top of it. You would get, oh, you may not get all of these top arms. So let me put this on top. Okay, and then I'm going to put it on a piece of white cardstock. And you're going to see. So you would get the bottom legs mostly, but you would get most of that cut off and part of the front legs. But look how close those are. Those are really, really close. So, but really good if you run out of bees and you want a full bee that you don't have to fussy cut. This is a great option. So thank you, Leslie. I had to do a video and show you. So as you can see, I have stamped and colored all 3 of these bees. that's what we are using in today's card. You could use these, you could stamp and color these bees and fussy cut them out. But I'm going to go ahead and use these because I already did them. I was playing with it. So we are using this. We're not using any of the stamps. We're just using the sentiments in it. We're just using these. So I still listed it as the Honeybee Home Bundle because we used the dies. I am also bringing in the Simply Said. We're going to use this little hello and we're going to combine it with Enjoy Your Day for the inside, and we're going to do dot dot dot. Love that. So I'm going to keep that there. So let's show you what we have. We have a, yes, craft like note card in envelope. It measures 4 7/8 by 7, scored at 3.5. Then I have 2 of these. I think I actually layer number 1. Hold on. I didn't cut 2. 1, 4 inside. Sorry, my notes aren't complete yet. Cut 2 of this size, 3 1/4 by 4 5/8. One's for the inside, one's for the outside, unless you're doing it on a white one. Then, do you remember those 4 rectangles from the stitched rectangle dies that were from, let me grab it, because you know I love to keep things and use them. They were from the center of this card, right? And I used the smallest of the stitched rectangle dies. Yes, we're using all 4 of those on this card. Do I have this? Yes. And we're using 2 of these little 1/4 inch cutoffs. They're not, I don't have the end result of how much I'm using, but we're going to use those 2. And the stitched rectangles. If you don't have the stitched rectangles, you can cut them to 1 2/16 by 1 6/16, or a close match is 1 1/4 by 1 6/8, if that's easier, and it will be listed that way. We have 2 of those gold honeycombs from the kit. 1 daisy, 2 of these leaves. I'm liking this a whole lot. This is from, where's my die sheet? Here, the Love of Spring dies. I'm going to stick that back in its package. I die cut an extra one. There we go. If you're wondering what color, that is Pear Pizzazz. It was a scrap piece laying around. And let's see, I already went over Honeybee Home Bundle, Simply Said, Heartfelt Hellos, 2 leaves, either 2 bees from the kit here, or stamp and color 2 bees and fussy cut them, or the 3 bees from the Honeybee Bundle. All right, you can see that's there. So let's get started. Yes, we're going to do some stamping. If I can find the stamp in Pierce Matte again. I was like, don't cover it up. There it is. I did cover it up anyways. It's just me. All right. So we are going to do a little bit of stamping. Yes, we're going to do the same bit, and I don't have any more scratch paper. Oh, Leslie. Oh my goodness, Leslie, such a great idea. So, you guys see how I do my kits? I stamp them, right? Let me show you. So Leslie this was a great idea. I wanted to share this with you too. So this is printer paper, right? I will show you because I'm going to use it for scratch anyways. So do it like this, cut it in half, then fold it in half. Now, what I did before is I took my stamp set like this, inked it up, then brought my paper and went like this to get that. However, if you have reprinted your new Paper Pumpkin directory from the Paper Pumpkin fan club on Facebook, you can do this. This is, or is it Michelle? Not sure which one of you now told me you did this. I'm thinking it was Michelle. Kathy? Maybe all of you do it, but me. Oh my goodness. I want to look at my phone because I took a... Okay. Which one of y'all do this? Because somebody does this, and now I've lost it. My train of thought is not with me. I need a sip of something to drink. Okay. So what you can do is you cut out your image. So we're just going to cut it out for ourselves. I know this is not the one, right? But we're going to pretend it is the 2020 I'll Be Yours, right? Oh, look at it. This one has a little bee. This one has a little bee. So you could cut this image. And you could stick this in your clear envelope. You wouldn't need this. You could stick this like this. And there you have 2020 I'll Be Yours. And that tells you what this is. Because, you know, we now get these. What Stamping Us does for us. They just don't put the month. That's the only thing they're missing is the month there, right? So for all the other ones, this is a great option. Or see, I like to have mine totally in, you know, a folded up piece. Or you take this, glue it on there, and then you can put your stamp set. Because sometimes they don't stick. You can put your stamp set like that and store it in your envelope. So since I have so many extra, I will be redoing my images and putting them like this. So before I go using up all of my paper as scratch paper, I will be doing this to them. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now if I could just acknowledge the right person, I would be in great shape, but my mind is not working right now. So my apologies. I had a flustering day today, I will tell you that. We did take Hank to go see Minecraft. Great. We were laughing. Hank was chuckling out loud. We were not the only ones doing that. Great time. But we tried to go to Costco afterwards, and that was very, very frustrating. It was raining. The store was packed. And we get through the line, and I realize as I'm pushing my cart, and I check my receipt, this is after we're out of the cashier's line, that they never caught the toilet paper that's in the bottom of my cart. I was not standing back in line. The lines were long. And so I took the toilet paper out, handed it back to them. I said, this did not get on my receipt. They're like, oh, are you sure? I said, yes, I checked. I double checked. It's not on my receipt. They're like, and I said, no. I said, I'm not standing in line for this. I'm not asking. I'm not going to impose on anybody just to ring this up. I said, so here you go. I was like, done. I wanted out of there. Just wanted out of the store. It was so overly packed and people were just, yeah. And I didn't want to be a bother to anybody. And then Hank was like, but we need toilet paper. I said, no, Hank, we have several packages of toilet paper. It's just, we were there and I know I will need some before the end of the month, especially for when I have my colonoscopy. I said, I will be going to Costco, the local one during the week. Note to self, do not go to Costco on a Sunday. Do not go there on a Sunday. Not happy. Not a good thing. Okay? And my daughter had gone to the car to pull the car around. And I told her, I said, note to self, going to Costco on Sundays does not work. She's like, I know it was so bad in there. I said, oh, I know. I said, so from now on, I do Costco by myself or we go on Mondays. She's like, but tomorrow's Lucy's day. I said, I know. I said, don't worry. I'll go by myself over doing that. And we were going to the one in Gig Harbor. So I'm just stamping off because I don't want this. I just want to do a light background like I've been doing all along. We just want a light honeycomb background on this. We were in Gig Harbor, and it is set up differently than the one in Silverdale that I'm used to going to. And so, you know, didn't quite know where everything was. Oh, and then Hank wanted pickles. He's like, Mom, I want these full large pickles. And then he started reading the ingredients, and he's like, oh, they have garlic in them. And she's like, Hank, you like to eat roasted garlic. What's the problem with having garlic? He's like, but not garlic on pickles, Mom. She's like, Hank, they have 2 types of pickles here. They have bread and butter pickles, and they have pickles that have garlic in them. She's like, so put the pickles back. There's no way to get the garlic out of the pickles. You know, it was like, we were done. And Hank, that kid knows how to make himself at home in the theater. We did not know this, but Hank kicked not only his shoes off, his socks off, he had his blankie. We knew he was taking his blanket. He always does. But that kid, yes. So the end of the movie is happening, right? And Justice gets up and she just about trips on his shoes down there. She's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I was making myself at home to watch the movie. So, yes. So she's like, Mom, I gotta go to the bathroom. Can you stay with him while he gets his socks and shoes on? I'm like, oh, you're kidding me. So, yes. Hank had to put his socks and shoes back on. He was very comfy at the movies. Yes, he was. All right. Normally, and I am debating, I told myself I was going to use at least some of these in the gold that they are. So today is that day. Typically, I like to flip these over and use the other side and do them yellow with Daffodil Delight. But today, we're going to actually keep the gold. And I'm kind of making a grimace face right now. I can't help it. Oh, let's stamp the sentiment here for the inside. What I want to do is, first I want to stamp Enjoy Your Day in black. But we did have a nice time. It was just too many people. It was way too busy in there for my liking. All right, enjoy your day. Oh, the rain stopped. And then hello. And I want to do hello like right here. And then, hold on. I want to do dot, dot, dot. That's what I was thinking of. So combine 2 separate sentiments to make one large one. Oh, do we want to do the bumblebee? I'm thinking, not on there. Not on there, but we can do our bumble on here from the kit this time. And then we're going to do the wee little hello on the front. And that's all of our stamping. Now we can put this card together. We're going to glue this on the inside. And then we're going to put this right here. And I'm wondering, no, we're going to glue it down. I'm like, do we go ahead and decorate this layer number 1 first and then glue everything to it? But we're just going to go ahead and glue it down and then decorate it while it's on its card base, because then we get to see the little border. All right, so we're going to offset these some. So they're not going to line up exactly. You could do this, you know, like we did with the previous card, but I am offsetting them so that I can bring these pieces in, and I just need about that much smidgen to cut 1/4 of an inch off of this. And that, yeah, that's my measurement. That's how I do it. Let's bend it and then cut it and see. Oh, 1 1/2. That's great. It's so tiny. Okay, so this one's going to go here. And then we're going to cut this one to the same. We only need to bend the one. These were just scraps from where, you know, I cut it in quarters. And then I had to cut it down again by 1/4 of an inch. And that's what I was left with. And I did tell y'all I was keeping them. Those little pieces. It's just going to give it a little bit of a not so perfect look. Little abstract going on. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. So, let's grab a block. And I'm going to start with this piece. Hopefully, if I can get it straight. It's not straight. And I'm going to do this one. Yes, my hubby had just come in. I think he's trying to tell me dinner's ready. All right, so we're going to put this one over there. Oops. Okay, we got to go over that way. Some. All right. I'll keep those in place. All right, so we have all of our panels down now. Oops, I did have them all down. Oh, great. All right, let's keep them there. There's no sentiments on the front of this card. This is going to go this way. This one's going to go at an angle this way. And my daisy is going to go in the center. And we are going to need some wee little dimensionals for this one. There we go. I don't want those on the ground. So we have this bee. We're going to put this one kind of, I think, here. And this one here. And you can see our honeycombs. Oh no, I might have to dig up a leaf here. To put the honeycombs down. We are going to remember this time to use the pen. I forget. The glue pen is perfect for this. And yes, it does work. All right. Okay, next one. I mean, honestly, I think all I need to do is the pen tip kind of plunges into it. So I think that's all I really need to do. I had to put it on the table because otherwise I would forget to reach for it. All right. So do I want this one? I mean, we could just do those two, but I really wanted one like near the flower here or coming down to the flower. I wanted all three. So I think I'm going to do it like he's flying away. All right, I think that's it. He's coming down, he's flying away. Maybe I'll put you on the inside. I like that. I like just those two. Okay, so I can change my mind. I can change my mind. Then I'm going to take the backing off the other bee and put him on the inside of the card. So this one's coming down. This one's going up. This one's going to lose its backing. And we will put, oh yes, that one will go on the inside. Wonder if we can, oh, look at this. If I hold on to it, maybe. Let's put the cap on. We're going to add some Wink Estella. Then I will go in and join my family. I can hear them putting silverware on the table. And yes, we do eat at the table together. I'm going to add a little bit of glue there to hold my leaf down where it was before. So that's it, everybody. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos and commenting if you have the time, because I love reading them. And there's my little card with the Honeybee Bundle. Enjoy, hello, enjoy your day. Just a cute little note card, something to send anybody, any friend, or just to put it with the little gift as well, which I do plan on making when I have a little notebook here. Have a little notebook my Aunt Carol gave me. Thought I would do this at the very end and stamp some of the darling little bees and flowers and do a little coloring on there. I thought that would be really cool. So maybe that would be a perfect little gift to go with this little book. So I hope you guys like this one, and now I'm going to go in and join my family for dinner. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you join me again here in my Wonderland. Bye bye for now, everyone.